If you're not familiar with my show, I do like to pick a theme of some sort, best I can. It's close to 100% sourced from my own personal CD collection. So we're down here in the studio in the Sunnyside neighborhood of Flagstaff. It is a beautiful evening. Whatever you got going on tonight, I hope that we can kick that off for you wherever you're at. We got a Yoto in the background putting together spare parts for the Get You 1000. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see we did come up with some new merchandise. Got some beanies, we got some hats. I got a bunch of stickers for you. If you find me, hit me up on Instagram. We'll arrange a way to put those into your hands and on your heads. So I'm not going to take up too much more time of just jabbering on at you. And we're going to get into the music. We're going to cover a bunch of genres tonight. Like I said, it is story songs. Best I could for some songs that will tell you a story. But you can definitely hit me with your requests. I'll do my best to fulfill those. I've gotten some requests in the past, and they've been excellent, so I do trust your judgment. All right, so we're going to get right into it. I did just get a text that you can't hear me very well, so making a minor adjustment. We'll see what that does. It'll sound better on the rebroadcast, maybe. And I'm sorry, Charles. There will be no Hotel California tonight.
Named Billy Joe grew restless on the farm, a boy filled with wanderlust who really meant no harm. He changed his clothes and shined his boots and combed his dark hair down, and his mother cried as he walked out, "Don't take your guns to town, son, leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." Laughed and kissed his mom and said, "You're Billy Joe's the man. I can shoot as quick and straight as anybody can, but I wouldn't shoot without a cause. I'd gun nobody down." But she cried again as he rode away, "Don't take your guns to town, son, leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town." He sang a song as on he rode, his guns hung at his hips. He rode into a cattle town, a smile upon his lips. He stopped and walked into a bar and laid his money down, but his mother's words echoed again, "Don't take your guns to town, son, leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town. He drank his first strong liquor then to calm his shaking hand, and tried to tell himself at last he had become a man. A dusty cowpoke at his side began to laugh him down, and he heard again his mother's words, don't take your guns to town, son, leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town. Filled with rage, then Billy Joe reached for his gun to draw, but the stranger drew his gun and fired before he even saw. As Billy Joe fell to the floor, the crowd all gathered round and wondered at his final words. Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town.
To the town of our free rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 and 19 more. 1 and 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped, and the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
The one that got away. Copper sits outside the Quick Mart, scratches lotto tickets in his squad car, taking a break from pointing that radar. And drunk drivers on the interstate, 3 scratch-offs and 1 for the big game. But he still can't retire today. But that crackhead who was standing right behind him can, 'cause he bought the one that got away. drive a car across the country. Wasn't too sure, but I sure needed the money. Me and my friend, we said okay. We popped the trunk at a rest stop. Found somebody and they're starting to decay. Last month's big game ticket in his pocket. Too late for the one that got away. She's got a notebook sitting right beside her. To pay tuition, she's working on a dime, serving drunk drivers off the interstate. She still dreams of the one with the bright blue eyes who told her she'd be modeling someday. But he ran out on his check and he didn't leave a tip. Goddamn, she says the ones that get away. Goddamn, she says the ones that get away. Goddamn, she says the ones that get away.
That essentially will conclude the country portion of our show. This is Get You On Radio. It's not a show without its brown moments. Those that know what that means, they'll know what I'm talking about. Got to make sure that the sliders are in their proper locations for the music to play how you want it to. So we started that off. We are doing story songs tonight. Johnny Cash, Don't Take Your Guns to Town. Followed by Jello Biafra, Mojo Nixon doing Are You Drinking With Me, Jesus? Marty Robbins, Big Iron. And Chuck was right. We could have just played Marty Robbins for the rest of the night and probably wouldn't get too many complaints. And that last one was The One That Got Away by Woodbox Gang. Like I said at the beginning of the show, we're going to cover a bunch of different genres and a couple of different feelings, tempos, all of those things that are important for your show to be successful. So we're going to get right back into it. Only about a third of the way through the first part of the show. We got a lot of music left, everybody. Got a whole stack of CDs here. And Ioto doing spare parts in the background.
far. Oh, don't get me wrong. They're fine people. They're good Americans. But they're content to sit back, maybe watch a little Morton and Mindy on Channel 57, maybe kick back a cool core 16-ouncer. They're good, fine people, Stuart, but they don't know what the queers are doing to the soil. You know that Johnny Worster kid, Gittler's papers in the neighborhood? He's a fine kid. Some of the neighbors say he smokes crack, but I don't believe it. Anyway, for his 10th birthday, all he wanted was a burro owl. Kept bugging his old man. Dad, give me a burro owl. I'm never asking anything else as long as I live. So the guy breaks down and buys him a burro owl. Anyway, 10:30 the other night, I go out in my yard, and there's the Worster kid looking up the tree. I say, what are you looking for? I'm looking for my burro owl. I say, something, Jesus, on a burro stick. Everybody knows the burro owl lives in a hole in the ground. Why the hell do you think they call it a burro owl anyway? Now, Stuart, do you think a kid like that is going to know what the queers are doing to the soil? I first became aware of all this about 10 years ago. Some of my oldest boys, Joe Jr., died. You know that carnival comes through town every year? Well, this year he came through with a rock on the mixer. The man said, keep your head and arms inside the mixer at all times. But Bill Jr., he was a daredevil, just like his old man. He was leaning out saying, hey everybody, look at me, look at me. Now, he was decapitated. They found his head over by the snow cone detective. A few days after that, I opened up the mail, and there's a pamphlet in there from Pueblo, Colorado. And it's just to Bill Jr., and it's entitled, Do You Know What the Queers Are Doing to Our Soil? Now, Stuart, if you look at the soil around any large U.S. city with a big underground homosexual population, Des Moines, Iowa, perfect example. Look at the soil around Des Moines, Stuart. You can't build on it. You can't grow anything in it. The government says it's due to poor farming. But I know what's really going on, Stuart. I know it's the queers. They're in it with the aliens. They're building landing strips for gay Martians. I swear to God. You know what, Stuart? I like you. You're not like the other people. You're in the trailer park.
I woke up this morning with a bad hangover, and my penis was missing again. This happens all the time. It's detachable. This comes in handy a lot of the time. I can leave it home when I think it's going to get me in trouble, or I can rent it out when I don't need it. But now and then I go to a party, get drunk, and the next morning I can't, for the life of me, remember what I did with it. First I looked around my apartment and I couldn't find it. So I called up the place where the party was. They hadn't seen it either. I asked them to check the medicine cabinet, because for some reason I leave it there sometimes, but not this time. So I told them if it pops up to let me know. I called a few people who were at the party, but they were no help either. I was starting to get desperate. I really don't like being without my penis for too long. It makes me feel like less of a man, and I really hate having to sit down every time I take a leak. After a few hours of searching the house and calling everyone I could think of, I was starting to get very depressed, so I went to the Kiev and ate breakfast. Then as I walked down 2nd Avenue towards St. Mark's Place, where all those people sell used books and other junk on the street, I saw my penis lying on a blanket next to a broken toaster oven. Some guy was selling it. I had to buy it off him. He wanted $22, but I talked him down to 17. I took it home, washed it off, and put it back on. I was happy again, complete. People sometimes tell me I should get it permanently attached, but I don't know. Even though sometimes it's a pain in the ass, I like having a detachable penis.
This is ponderous, man. Really ponderous.
I had this dream the other night. I went to work one day, and nobody remembered who I was. So, I decided to take the day off. On my way out, I run into my boss, and he says, "Hey, you look familiar." I said, "Thanks. People say that a lot in these dreams." And the horns kicked in. And my shoes started to squeak. Then all of a sudden, I'm standing on a beach in some tropical part of the world. And there's a sign that says, "Aren't you supposed to be at work?" Sort of screamed out at me. And I remember, I'd been hearing other dreams. And usually there was a water polo game, and a girl who could talk with her eyes. And she'd say,
"You see what I'm saying?"
And the horns kicked in. And my shoes started to squeak. Before I knew it, I was walking near a lake, and the phone rings. And the operator speaks to me in a language I don't understand. Then the horns kicked in. My shoes started to squeak. Before long, I was coming up on this really weird part of my dream. You know, the part where I know how to tap dance, but I can only do it while wearing golf shoes. Now I'm back on the beach, walking with this girl who talks with her eyes. This time she says,
"I think you see what I'm saying."
Then, just before I woke up, it started to rain in Southern California. A girl who talked with her eyes.
"You see what I'm saying?"
Aren't you supposed to be at work? This is ponderous, man.
Open a bottle of bubbly. Yeah. Here's to another goddamn new year. And outside, 2 million drunk Bostonians are getting ready to sing Auld Lang Syne out of tune. I sit there in my easy chair, looking at the clouds, orange with celebration. I wonder if you're out there. Hey! I saw Boston is muddy and reflects no white day or night. And I slip on it every time.
open the third bottle of bubbly. Yeah, and I take that bottle of champagne, go into the kitchen, stand in front of the kitchen window, and I take all my clothes off, take that bottle of champagne, and I pour it on my head, feel a cascade through my hair and across my chest, and the phone rings. And it's my mother. And she says, "Hi, honey, how's Boston?" And I stand there all alone on New Year's Eve, buck naked, drenched in champagne, looking at a bunch of strangers, looking at them, looking at me, looking at them, and I say, "I'm fine, Mom. How's Washington? Hey, I saw Boston is muddy and reflects no light midday or night, and I slip on every time. Hey, I saw Boston is muddy and reflects no light midday or night, and I slip on every time, So I guess the party line is I've followed you up here. Well, I don't know about that. Mainly because knowing about that would involve knowing about some pathetic, ridiculous, and absolutely true things about myself. I'd rather not admit to right now. I woke up at 3 a.m. with the radio on, that Gladys Knight and the Pip song on, about how she'd rather live in his world with him than live in her own world alone. And I laid there, head spinning, trying to fall asleep, and I thought to myself, "Oh, Gladys, girl, I love you, but oh, get out of life! Hey, I saw Boston is muddy and reflects no light midday or night, and I slip on it every time. Hey, I saw Boston is muddy and reflects no light midday or night, and I slip on it every time. Time, time, time. Time, time, time. Time, time, time. Time, time, I'm sat alone in a boggy marsh, totally motionless except for her heart. Mud flowed up into Lump's pajamas. She totally confused all the passing piranhas. She's Lump, she's in my head. She's Lump, she might be dead. Lump lingered last in line for brains, and the one she got was sort of rotten and insane. Small things so sad that birds could land. Is Lump fast asleep or rocking out with the band? She's Lump, she's in my head. She's Lump, she might be dead. And I was limping lonely and needed a shove. Lump slipped on a kiss and tumbled into love. She spent her 20s between the sheets, and life limped along at subsonic speeds. She's Lump, she's in my head. She's Lump,
It is Get You On Radio. On Radio Sunnyside, 101.5 FM in Flagstaff. RadioSunnyside.org, streaming across the world. Didn't necessarily mean to do that much music right there, but I couldn't help myself. Started the last set off with the Hold Steady Sequestered in Memphis. And played a tune from my buddy Mike out in northwestern Pennsylvania, streaming online. It was Stewart by the Dead Milkmen. Played a song for my buddy Josh here in Flagstaff, King Missile, Detachable Penis. Played a song for my sister out in Maine, This Is Ponderous, Man, by a group called Too New. We heard that one on the radio, 1987, 1988, something like that. Blew our minds. Dismemberment Plan, Ice of Boston. That one's always fun. Good tune about New Year's Eve. Played a song for Brandy out in Portland, where she's flying around in the sky somewhere. Presidents of the United States of America, Lump. And any chance that I get to sneak a Primus song into the set, I'm absolutely going to do that. That was Fish On. Got about 10 minutes left until the top of the hour here, or the bottom of the hour, whichever way you look at it. So we'll play a couple more tunes. It is Get You On Radio on your Friday night.
Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you wanna man like me? Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you wanna man like me? He was the playboy type, he smoked a pipe, his favorite phrase was out of sight. He had an Irish setter. It was a singles bar, a Tuesday night, the moon was dim, the band was tight. They did the bump together.
What a splendid sight.
Run, dun, dun, dun.
The teams were wide. The drinks were cheap. It was ladies' night.
He was glad that he met her. She was an office girl. My name is Betty. Her favorite group was Helen Reddy. They discussed the weather. Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you wanna man like me? Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you wanna man like me? Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you wanna? Baby, don't you wanna? Baby, don't you wanna? She was a lonely sort, just a little too short. Her jokes were dumb and her favorite sport was hockey in the winter. He was duly impressed and was quick to suggest any sport with a hockey man to be about the best as he jabbed his elbow in her. Get it, honey? Get it? Later on they went off to where the music was soft. The candles were drippy. They saw a real hippie who delivered their dinner. The rice was brown, and soon they found that the crowd around that had jammed the room, well, it seemed to be getting thinner. Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you want a man like me? Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you want a man like me? Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you wanna, baby, don't you wanna, baby, don't you wanna? He took her home to a motor court. She would not kiss him. He tried to ignore it, but it's made him angry. He called her a slut, a pig, and a whore, a bitch, and a cunt, and she slammed the door in a petulant frenzy.
A petulant frenzy. This is a petulant frenzy. I'm petulant and I'm having a frenzy.
On the sofa she weeps. Boo. She weeps and she weeps. Boo. She weeps and she peeps through the curtain. He just got in his car, but the battery's dead. So he asked to use the phone, and she gives him some head, and that's the end of the story. Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you want a man like this? Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you want a man like this? Honey, honey, hey, baby, don't you wanna, baby, don't you wanna, baby, don't you wanna man? Baby, don't you want a man sometime?
Child ain't all he should be now. This girl will put him right. I'll show him what he could be now. Just give me one night. I'm the gypsy, the acid queen. Pay me before I'm gone. I'm the gypsy, and I'm guaranteed to mend his aching heart. Give us a room, close the door, leave us for a while. You won't be a boy no more, young but not a child. I'm the gypsy, the acid queen, and before I'm gone. The gypsy, I'm guaranteed to tear your soul apart. Gather your wits and hold them fast. Your mind must learn to roll, just as the gypsy queen must do. You're gonna hit the road. Our work's begun. Now look at him. He's never been more alive. His head shakes, his fingers clutch. Watch his body ride. I'm the gypsy, acid queen, living before I'm gone. I'm the gypsy, I'm guaranteed to break your little heart. If your child ain't all he should be now, this girl will put him right. I'll show him what he could be now. Just give me one more night.
You are listening to KSZN LP 101.5 FM in Flagstaff. Radio Sunnyside, voice of the people. Streaming across the world, radiosunnyside.org. It is Friday night. This is Get You One Radio. I am your host. My name is Brent. You can find me on Instagram. GetYouOne_radio. GITCHUONE_radio. Last few tunes there before the end of the first hour of the show. Frank Zappa from Live in New York. Honey, Don't You Want a Man Like Me? That song almost got edited. But then I thought, what would Frank want us to do? And I let it play. Song right after that was from the rock opera by The Who. Tina Turner doing Acid Queen. Really trippy movie. Believe it was on Broadway at one point in time. Been chasing that CD for a long time. Finally found it. You can get Tommy anywhere. The Who's version of all those songs. But to get the actual movie soundtrack, something a little different. Always want to throw in some Frank Zappa for my boy Ryan out in Iowa City. So we got a whole nother hour of music here, folks. And we're going to kick this hour off with a request from my girl Carrie. Believe that this was a wonderful pick. I'll see you soon.
voice. Pussy knits standing to us. That's how bomb this age of blasting troubles. Paradise for fools. Infinite ramp. The lowest deep, the lower depth. Don't want to hear those foul truths. Conscious waste to spend. The night is an accumulation of darkness. The scholar will be forever poor. Gross gold lungs headlong to the ball. Don't want to hear those foul trumpets anymore. Call me Heraclitus the obscure. Constantly weeping because the river doesn't move, doesn't flow. It's been landed by snotty men to make profit from the poor. Don't want to hear those foul trumpets anymore. Outside of Flagstaff, driving a camper van, looking for meaning in a cloud mass. Sees the face of Joseph Stout, witnessed his heart. Then the wind changed, the cloud into his smiling one, and he was affected profoundly, but he could never describe the feeling. Passed away on the bathroom floor. She's just trying to reach you. 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 She's just trying to reach you.
stepped out onto the midway. I was looking for the pirate ship when I saw this small, old light tenant on the deck. It was blue and it had white lights hanging all around it. I decided to check out the tent. It seemed like I could hear music coming from inside. As I walked toward it, I passed a crowd of people at a sideshow. Couldn't figure out why they would want to wait in line. I pulled back the drape thing on the tent. There was a crystal ball on the table. Behind it, a girl wearing a hat. She smiled and asked me if I wanted my fortune read. I said okay, sat down. Then I thought about it for a minute. Asked her if she'd rather go on the roller coaster instead.
Creeping up into the sky, stopping at the top, then starting down. The girl grabbed my hand, I clutched it tight. I said goodbye to the ground.
Far below, a soiled pan. A bucket of torn tickets set aside. He watches the children run by. And cleans his teeth.
Spinning round, my head began to turn. I shouted and searched the sky for a friend. I heard the fortune teller screaming back at me. We stuck out our hands and met the
A girl falters as she steps down from the platform. She clutches her stomach and begins to eat. The ticket taker smiles. The last car is ready. Who told you you could leave?
When there weren't any parties, she'd park by the quarry, walk into the woods until she came to a clearing where townies would gather and drink until blackout, smoke cigs till they're sick, pack bowls and then pass out, windows wide open to let the hard rock in. This was the rage that didn't need much convincing. The girls gave her glares, but the boys were quite pleasant. To be totally honest, it didn't seem much different. When there weren't any parties, sometimes she'd party with townies. After the parties, it was always arousing when they'd rev up their entrance. It's hard to describe, so she kept it a secret. The girls that she lived with, they knew nothing about it. The night with the fight and the butterfly knife was the first night she spent with that one guy she liked. She gave him a ride to some kid's house in Cleveland. He stayed there for 2 weeks. The cops finally found him. He didn't seem that different, except for the blood on his jacket. He didn't seem that different, except for maybe his haircut. He didn't seem much different. Sick of the questions, sick of the concept of justice and fairness. Who the hell cares who gets caught in the middle? She smokes and she ponders this riddle. When one tiny falls in the forest, can anyone hear it? When one tiny falls, one town it falls in the forest. Does anyone notice? One drop of blood on an immaculate cat. Mom, do you know where your girl is? Sophomore accomplice in a turtleneck sweater. Dad, do you know where your kids are? Sniffing at crystal and cute little cars, getting nailed against dumpsters behind towny bars. It's a cute little town with cheeks and cafes. Friends all seem nice, she was getting good grades. But when she came home for Christmas, she just seemed distant and different.
Please get you on radio. Friday night. You already know. 101.5 FM in Flagstaff. Streaming across the world, radiosunnyside.org. Although I am getting a few people telling me that they're having some issues getting the stream to go from the website. If it's cutting out or if it's doing anything crazy for you, there's a free app that you can get for your smartphone called TuneIn. That one seems to be working pretty good. Last set of tunes there. It's a song called 7 by Prince. It's for my girl Carrie. Then Proto Martyr, A Private Understanding. There's a Flagstaff reference in that song. Felt that that was fully appropriate. Slint did the Breadcrumb Trail. Really cool tune by a really cool band. And that last song was the Hold Steady Again. One for the Cutters. I'll be honest, when I first started to conceive this playlist for the night of story songs, it was heavily influenced by the Hold Steady. If you don't know that band, they're great live. Saw them in Phoenix a number of years ago. Wish they'd come back through. I would definitely see them again. I don't know if any of my Flagstaff peeps know or have noticed, but I think we're getting back on the map for some live music, folks. Getting some really good shows coming through all of our local venues. We have small, medium, and large venues for wonderful touring bands to stop by, and we fill up those rooms. It's amazing to see. Really grateful that we have all of these fabulous establishments with wonderful sound systems. That it's a real treat for these touring bands to come through. We're going to get right back into the music here. This next song is the story of hip hop by the Books.
All right now, shh, I have the nicest surprise for you, but you first must wash your face and get ready. Listen carefully. Shh. I want to tell you a story about hip-hop. Hello, little hip-hop. The Flowers liked hip-hop. Hip-hop liked the Flowers. He lived with his sister, Skip-Hop, and his brother, Slide-Hop. He never rests. He beats and whirs so fast that you can't tell what he looks like. Little Hip-Hop started to hop. Skip-Hop didn't know when they would ever stop. Hip-Hop went for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Grapefruit.
One day, Hip Hop took a deep breath, shut his eyes, and jumped. Poor Hip Hop. There he was, right in your house. Ooh.
That's unusual.
I closed my eyes and jumped until thump. I didn't plan to hop into your home. Really, I didn't. One small tear came. Stop crying, little Hip Hop. I'm glad you came to see me. I get lonesome with no one to make me laugh. Ho, ho, ho. And off they went with a hop, and a hip, and a skip, and a slide. All happy inside. Now you see the trouble little Hip Hop got into. It was all because he didn't look where he hopped. And even the flowers talk to each other like people do, but the sounds they make are different. Listen carefully and try to understand what they say.
Castle Rock, Dust Devil Cypress, ripening fruit, ascending quick into the author's bathroom. Fonjo and Tootsie are out on a wire. Lettuce, tooth, junk is all full of desire. Meanwhile, Rick James takes her new. I can say to you, I've got a lot of work to do. I guess I'll leave it up to you.
When you said you loved me, did you really love me? Did the words just spill out like drool on my pillow? 'Cause I was naked when you said those words, but I felt covered in your whispered worship. And as you pass out fast on my shoulder, I imagine a child waiting so sad and still for his mom to arrive. Did she leave you an orphan in the big brown leather chair? So don't you move a muscle, kid, I'll be back in 20 years. You were scared, you were lonely, but you must have been aware. Life is a series of calluses, this is just another layer. So build them up, tough it out, yeah, that's your skin, don't let anyone under there. When you said you needed me, did you really need me? Or was it just someone? Oh, you take anything. Am I first on that list of yours? Or am I second or third? So who's that ahead of me? Some harlot from Pittsburgh or Detroit, Santa Fe or San Diego. I know you're so alone, but how much affection does one guy really need? Did you date a lot in high school? Were you always chasing ghosts? Couldn't you find some young Valentine to steal your heart for good? Were you content or contemptible? Are your memories pleasant? Or is it a string of endless blanks and bitter resentment? Seems that what you want and what you need doesn't mean a thing. We're just here for the taking. When you said you'd hurt me, did
told me, told her you hurt her. Funny, how familiar. So how much of this relationship was rehearsed? Did you act out as a child? Were you always crying wolf? Attention starved, you try too hard just to get someone to look. Now you're the wolf in second-hand clothing. I'm the sheep in a pleated skirt. It's an awkward form of payback, but if it works for you, it works. It's that I recognize your off-white lies. Still, I lie beside you, and that's what really hurts. When you said you'd leave me, what happened? You left me. What are we still doing here? So desperate for company. There's a Greyhound on Jackson Street. There's an airport in Council Bluffs. Hell, there's a car in the driveway. 50 ways to get lost. But as I hold you and listen to you sleeping, I'm starting to wonder if I really believe that you'll ever really leave. Would you leave me an orphan in your big brown leather chair? The one you loved around from town to town for all these years. It's the trophy of your childhood, like a shark tooth or gator skin boots. But this one holds you prisoner. It holds me prisoner too. What we need to set us free is to let go of each other, let go of everything. When I said I loved you, it was because I loved you. When I said I needed you, well, I really need you. Yeah, I guess you hurt me. For once you're a man of your word. Well, guess what? I'm leaving. I can't be your prisoner. I can't be your prisoner. Oh no, 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 I won't do it. I can't be your prisoner. Oh no, I won't do it. I can't be
and he walked to his death because he thought he'd never feel this way again. If he goes back to the house, then things will go from bad to worse. What could he do? He wants to remember things exactly as he left them on that funny day. And if there is something else beyond, he isn't scared because it's bound to be less boring than today. Bound to be less boring than tomorrow. Hillary went to her death because she couldn't think of anything to say. Everybody thought that she was boring, so they never listened anyway. Nobody was really saying anything of interest. She fell asleep. She was into S&M and Bible studies, not everyone's cup of tea, she would admit to me. A cup of tea she would admit to no one. A cup of tea she would admit to me. A cup of tea she would admit to no one. Hillary went to the Catholic Church because she wanted information. The vicar or whatever took her to one side and gave her confirmation. St. Teresa's calling her, the church up on the hill is looking lovely. But it didn't interest, the only thing she wants to know is how, why, and when and where to go. How, why, and when and where to follow. How, why, and when and where to go. How, why, and when and where to follow. But if you are feeling sinister, go up and see a minister. He'll try in vain to take away the pain of being a hopeless unbeliever. La 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 la. When she got back, her spirituality was thrown into confusion. So she got a special deal on renting from the manic rediffusion. Look at me, I'm on TV, it makes up for the shortcomings of being poor. Now I'm in a million pieces picked up for deliberation by the people listening at home. By the people watching on the telly. By the people listening at home. By the people watching on the telly. But if you are feeling sinister, go up and see a minister. He'll try in vain to take away the pain of being a hopeless unbeliever. La 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 la. La 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 la. But if you are feeling sinister, go up and see a minister. The chances are you'll probably feel better if you stay and play with yourself.
There was a stage in a PA up in western Massachusetts, and the kids came from miles around to get messed up on the music. And she drove down from Bowden with a carload of girlfriends to meet some boys and maybe eat some mushrooms. And they did, and she got sick. Now she's feeling way too shaky. She don't want to tell the doctor everything she's taken. The paramedics hovered over like a summer morning family. They gave her activated charcoal. They flooded her with saline. religious. He been to school but never finished. He been to jail but never prison. It was his first day off and forever, man. The festival seemed like a pretty good plan. Cruise some chicks to get a suntan. His friend gave him 4, but he said only take 1. But then he got bored and he ended up taking all 4. So now my man, he ain't that bored anyways. The paramedics found him. He was shaking on the side of the stage.
Buenos tardes, amigo. Hola, my good friend. Cinco de Mayo's on Tuesday, and I hoped we'd see each other again. You killed my brother last winter. You shot him 3 times in the back. In the night, I still hear Mama weeping. Oh, Mama still dresses in black. I looked at every fiesta for you. I wanted to greet. Maybe I'd sell you a chicken with poison interlaced with the meat. You look like my brother. Mama loved him the best.
was head honcho with the ladies. Mama always said he was blessed. The village all gathered around him. They couldn't believe what they saw. I said it was you that had killed him, and that I'd find you and upstand the law. The people of the village believed me. Mama, she wanted revenge. I told her that I'd see that she was honored. I'd find you and put you to death. Now that I've found you on this such a joyous day, I tell you, it was me who killed him. But the truth I'll never have to say. Buenos tardes, amigo. Hola, my good friend. Cinco de Mayo's on Tuesday, and I hoped we'd see each other again. Yes, I hoped we'd see each other again. I hoped we'd see each other again.
You are listening to KSZNLP 101.5 FM in Flagstaff. Radio Sunnyside, voice of the people. Streaming across the world, radiosunnyside.org, and all your favorite streaming apps. Believe you can grab up any of the other streaming apps. I like VLC on your computer. If you go to the website, it gives you a little thing you can copy and paste, put right into your computer. It's a free app. TuneIn, another free app for your smartphones. We did a long part of the end of the set there. Started it off with the story of hip hop by the books. Then we had a request from my boy Lance. Meanwhile, Rick James by Cake. Then Inmates by The Good Life. And I played a song from my buddy Jared, Bill and Sebastian, If You're Feeling Sinister. Like I said during the last break, I came up with the idea of doing some story songs tonight for everybody, loosely based around the music of The Hold Steady. So I threw in another The Hold Steady tune, Chill Out Tent. It's kind of a cool song. And then Chuck reminded me that you always have to play Ween. It's a no-brainer. Ween does Buenos Tardes, Amigos. Well, we're going into a holiday week. It's a pre-holiday weekend. I will be back next week with another live show on Black Friday. And do a whole new theme. The couple that I'm cooking up. So if I know you, I might reach out to you directly for some of your requests. I have a couple of them that are going to be quite interactive while it's happening. It'll be pretty easy for you to want to shoot some requests over to me. I'll really appreciate them, and we'll jelly them into the set. Well, that's going to be it for tonight for me. We have Vinyl Gems coming up next. Looks like it's going to be a great show that he's put together. Now, as always, as you go into your weekend and your Friday night and your Friday evening, if you're drinking, don't drive, and if you're driving, don't drink. This has been Get You One Radio on Radio Sunnyside. Find me on Instagram, GITCHUONE_radio. Got a bunch of new merchandise. See me out and about, and I can hook you up. Think we're going to go and check out Super Suckers play at Yucca North on Sunday evening. It's going to be a great show. If you're around, you should check that out. Till next time, everybody.
Hi, I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now!, and you're listening to KSZN-LP Flagstaff, 101.5 FM, streaming on radiosunnyside.org.
Local programming is underwritten in part by Niles Radio at 1602 Northeast Street in Flagstaff.